What's up, guys? Chris. First off, apologies not having this video up sooner. Should have done it. I'm a procrastinator. That's why I'm barely getting up now. Second, it's going to suck because I'm losing my voice a little bit, and I'm kind of just want to get through this real fast. So it's going to be bad. Not saying my other ones are great, good, or anything else. But if this one is worse than usual, apologies ahead of time. That said, UFC 133 predictions. I'm not even going to go through all the fights. I'm not going to go in depth like I normally do. I will say on the undercard, Mike Brown Nam fan, unless Mike Brown is just done, as he's actually looked at his last few fights, I pick him to win this fight. Although I like to see Nam fan win. Johnny Hendricks, Mike Pierce, Johnny Hendricks. Ivan Menjivar, Nick Pace. Ivan Menjivar because I like watching him fight. He's an exciting fighter, and if he wins, he'll get some more exciting matchups and possibly a shot at the title soon. Preliminary bouts on Spike TV. Chad Mendes, Ronnie Yaha. Chad Mendes all day. We've already seen his teammate Joseph Benavidez take on Ronnie Yaha, and we saw that ended. Even if a bit questionable, the finish there. I think Chad keeps it standing for the most part. Gets takedowns here and there, doesn't mess around too much in Yaha's guard, and wins by decision. Because Chad's not that big of a hitter. And if he wins, he will probably get the title shot at the winner of Kenny Florian versus Jose Aldo, which should be Jose Aldo. Matt Hamill, Alexander Gustafsson, or however you pronounce it. Gustafsson. Hamill's replacing Vladimir Matyushenko. I favor Gustafsson. Hamill's a late replacement. He doesn't have the best cardio in the world, never has. And taking a fight on short notice, I don't think he's had a full camp, so I think he gets some takedowns early, but I think as the fight wears on, he's going to tire out, and Gustafsson's going to pick him apart on the feet. So I see Gustafsson winning this fight by decision. Roy McDonald, Mike Pyle. Pay-per-view portion of the card, of course. Although Mike Pyle looked really good against another fellow undefeated, although McDonald's no longer undefeated, another fellow young prospect, John Hathaway. I favor Roy McDonald. Sometimes when Pyle goes up against guys who are a lot physically outside of John Hathaway, obviously, goes up against guys that can physically overwhelm him, he kind of just gets beat down, shut down, and almost packs it in. I don't want to say it, but I've seen it. Watch the Jake Shields fight. So I'm going to favor McDonald win this fight. Pyle, he's looked tougher as of late, so I think he can hang for a decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets stopped via TKO, but I'm definitely going to Roy McDonald in this fight. Waterboy. Jorge Rivera taking on Konstantinos Filippo. It was originally supposed to be for the 3rd, 4th, 100th time. Jorge Rivera against Alessio Sakar, but once again, that fight scratched. Too bad, but now it's Jorge Rivera against Filippo. Word is Filippo used to be on previously The Ultimate Fighter. I don't remember him, so he probably didn't do so well. Jorge Rivera to win this fight by TKO. Dennis Hallman, Brian Ebersol. Probably the first or only outside of maybe Chuck Liddell versus Jeremy Horn fight where the fighters' combined records is over 100 wins and losses combined. Also, both these guys probably weren't, when they were brought in, weren't probably supposed to still be around. Or, a lot of people wouldn't have thought they'd still be around. Especially Ebersol, who was brought in as cannon fodder for Chris Lytle, but he ended up upsetting him and getting the win. I'll favor Hallman because I think he's Ebersol's better on the feet. Well, Hallman's not so bad there, and I think Hallman's better on the ground. So if he gets a fight there, I think he could sub out Brian Ebersol. Co-main event, Vitor Belfort, Yoshihiro Akiyama. Favor Vitor. Akiyama likes to stand and trade. He even said it last night on the UFC 133 countdown, though you can't always go by what a fighter's going to say before the fight, the actual fight itself. But he likes to stand and bang it out, and it's been to his detriment for the most part in the UFC. Even his win over Alan Belcher was debatable. Although he has hung tough. He hung tough with Belcher. He hung tough with Levy. He's winning that fight till he got caught in the triangle. Not so much against Bisping, but, he doesn't look terrible in there. He just fights to a style that is usually suiting his opponents who are also usually bigger than him. It's going to be the case here. Vitor's going to win this fight. I'll be shocked if he doesn't, unless it goes late. Maybe he'll tire out, as he's been notorious for doing, but I'll favor Vitor by TKO. Second round, if not first. Main event, Rashad Evans versus Tito Ortiz. I got to get a drink, man. Before I did this video, I was outside having a lengthy debate with some fellas, so Cali weather, I'm thirsty. Apologies for that. Told you this video was going to suck. Anyways, Rashad Evans, Tito Ortiz. Rashad obviously a replacement for Tito a replacement for Phil Superman Davis, who originally had this slot, even though originally it was going to be Rashad Evans versus John Jones, I believe. But either way, I was intrigued by Rashad versus Phil Davis, but Tito Ortiz is even more intriguing. Obviously, it's more marketable with Tito coming off that win over Ryan Bader just, 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, 4th of July weekend. That's what I remember about when it was. Anyways, Rashad's been out of the cage forever, well over a year, with injuries and fight postponements and whatnot. But he looks to be in tremendous shape. Obviously, he's no longer training with Greg Jackson's camp. Uh, it looks like he's got a solid training camp from what I saw last night's UFC 133 countdown, although I disagree with him that it's better than the Jackson's camp. I think he's just saying that out of spite, in all honesty. Just my opinion. As for Tito, his camp looks pretty small. It's like him trading hands with Jason Perillo, and that's about it. Sure, there's more to it than that, but I don't know. Props to Tito for the win over Bader, but I can't take a whole lot from that fight. And considering the way Tito's looked before after that, I know these look really bad, but I know Rashad's gonna have some cage rust, but I still gotta favor him. Quicker fighter. These guys have fought before, of course. Ended in a draw. I haven't seen that fight in so long, though, aside from the clips they showed on last night's UFC 133 countdown. But yeah, I think Rashad's improved much more. I think Tito has declined since then. Rashad's in-cage wrestling's got better. His footwork's got better. His hand speed and his overall boxing's better. Even his cardio has improved, which is not so good in the past. Whereas Tito's has declined, with age, probably because of injuries in training camps and stuff. But it has. So I favor Rashad. I think he's really prepared for this bout. He knows he wants to get that shot with John Jones, and he needs to win here. Full credit, props, whatever you want to call it, to Tito Ortiz for taking this fight on short notice. It's almost a no-lose situation for him, though, in all honesty. So win or lose, he'll be back, hopefully, for a fight that's more suitable for him. Not to say this isn't, the first fight did end in a draw, but I favor Rashad Evans just to be more active, get more takedowns, land more punches, and just move around the cage. Tito's not going to be able to really catch up with him unless Rashad wants to engage and give Tito that opportunity, which I doubt he'll want to. So I'll go with Rashad Evans by unanimous decision, but once again, props to both guys for taking this fight, because this event it still has, but was falling apart fast. Anyways, that's it for now. We talked about this event and more on last weekend's Science Fight Show. If you missed it, you can always check out the podcast on demand. Link and information part of the videos always, as well as link to my Twitter and link to ScienceFights.com. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on the event? Any fights in particular you're interested in? Who do you favor in the main event? Do you think that this main event is better? Not just markability-wise, but better. Do you think it'll play out as a better fight than Rashad versus Phil Davis? Which I think it will. It'd be a more possibly be better fight. No disrespect to Phil Davis, of course. So yeah, I just want to hear your guys' thoughts in general. And probably be back on Saturday, talk about these fights afterwards. But until then, guys, I'm out.